Alrighty, people. I just want to talk to you a little bit. So basically, the lawsuit only happens if you guys make it happen. So we'll see how many people show up and how much money goes in. But these lawyers aren't going to be cheap, and I ain't got no money. So, I mean, I'll throw a couple $100 at it like everyone else, but hopefully some people got some money. What else? So, as far as the dilution goes and the vote, like, the numbers really didn't add up. Like, on June 9th, when they announced the dilution vote was going to happen on July 26th, that same day, Ortex updated the outstanding shares to the same 477 million seen in the SEC filing, but it said that the float was 407 million shares, so roughly 80% was retail owned. And it makes you wonder how they got 52% of the vote, because, I mean, there was 400 million shares traded between June 2nd and June 9th. And so you can argue that we probably bought 30 to 50 million shares in that period. And with that 30 to 50 million shares, like, that would still leave us with like 350 million shares on June 2nd. And so one thing that I wonder about is how many foreign investors that we had that weren't able to vote. And I wonder if those brokers basically don't let their people vote, but on top of that, sign the proxies on behalf of them and send them to MULN for MULN to use and vote how they please. And so that's the only thing that I can think of so far where they're able to get, like, where, like, because I just know that retail didn't vote for dilution. Like, you may have had like 5% come from retail, but the only other place I can think of them getting votes from retail is the foreign investors. And so I'm very curious. Like, I'm trying to add that to the lawsuit and see if we can get some closure on what's up with foreign investors not being able to vote. What else? So it'll probably be on Monday that I go live, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an assignment claim where you sign your damages over to me for me to represent you. It'll show you the percentages that you get and all that stuff. I already talked about it in the other video. But basically you're going to have to fill out that assignment. You're going to have to print it, sign it, send it back, and then, or scan it and then email it back to me. After you've done that, then I'll give you instructions on how you can donate to the cause. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste time on anyone telling me they're gonna give me money if they haven't already filled out the assignment claim. And then I think instead of you sending me screenshots and stuff, I just want people to send me the number of shares that they own, and then the number of the amount of money that they think they've lost in options. I think those two things will be a good enough start to start the tracker. And then, like I said, I'll have to verify everything once we finally get a settlement or win with the jury trial. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is the lawyer seems very excited about this, and he said he's working over the weekend to get me those documents, and then basically he said in 2 weeks we should try to file the first complaint, and then we'll have 30 days to perfect that. But in the same time of filing the first complaint, that's where we'll file the preliminary injunction and the cease and desist for them not to dilute any of the newly acquired shares until we get resolution on this lawsuit. And I mean, within a couple weeks we'll get an answer from a judge on the cease and desist. That could be a huge deal, people. Like, as soon as this lawsuit's filed, it's going to be on the news. Like, on the little MULN news thing, it's going to say Ray vs. MULN lawsuit filed. And we'll make sure that everybody's tweeting about it and all that good stuff as well. But yeah, like, it won't be very long at all before we start getting some resolution. So definitely don't feel like your money's just gonna be going away for a year, because you'll be seeing stuff happen throughout the whole time, and it'll be, man, I just can't even imagine what's gonna happen. Like, it's the best lawsuit ever, and the whole world's gonna see it. For me, it's very exciting. Well, I just wanted to share one of my favorite. This is a primary song, something that I used to sing a lot as a kid in church, and it's one of my favorites, and so I want to share it with you. And yeah, expect to hear from me on Monday.